So hey, I got a new iPhone 7 Plus from work, and I figured it's maybe time to do another breakout of all my cameras to see if I'm yet going to upgrade to an iPhone to do the videos, because I've had lots of issues in the past with them for different reasons. One of the biggest ones was sound. The sound is terrible comparatively, and so we're gonna do a quick check here, but first let's take a look at what we're gonna compare here. So first we have the Cannon S120, G9X, my iPhone Plus, or iPhone 6 Plus, and this is the iPhone 7 Plus. Not a lot of difference between those. I even got almost the same exact case. I'm filming this on a iPhone 5S, so just to get this picture, we'll switch out of this here in a minute. But I started with this one probably maybe a year and a half ago. As I changed up from a different camera. This one probably about 6 months ago, and then I do this a little bit. You guys have seen those, and then this one just came. As you can see, I use these posts that are terribly useful when you're trying to walk around. And for the iPhones, I found these doodads on Amazon. They're okay. They're less than $10, so that's pretty good. You just lift this up, and it locks the phone in sideways. So we're going to use these. I have one, two. Let's get into the mix here with these. We'll start with the 120 against the 7, G9X against the 7, 6 Plus against the 7 Plus. We're looking at the dirty truck from last week because it still hasn't been washed. Kids need to get to work. And it's a little bit overcast today, as you can see. So just give you some perspective of what we're looking at here. As far as sunlight, it's not bad. There's little blue patches, but we're just going to walk around the backyard real quick and just see how it works, okay? So we're going to see the image stabilization. And see, we're just walking. I've got those little posts in my hand. They're holding these up. The iPhone 7 Plus does not have its case on. And the image on the iPhone 7 Plus is really bouncy on the screen, which is kind of freaking me out because the S120's always been like just gliding on ice on the screen. It's really good stabilization, but horrifically bad battery. We're going to walk up to this tree. And there's the knot in the tree. And I'm not touching the screen at all. So any contrast issues or focus issues that the cameras do are all on their own. We're going to walk over here. Kind of see. Oh, here's a spider friend. Let's see if we can see the spider friend. Okay. And again, I'm not touching the screen. The cameras are doing their own thing right now. And we'll see how this turns out. So now we're vlogging. Now I'm looking at the cameras walking, which is pretty normal when we're vlogging. So we're just walking back, and we're going to switch over to the G9X and see if it's any different. We're just going to do the same pattern. Here we go. We're going to walk, and again, G9X screen is a little bumpy, but not as crazy as the 7 Plus. I'm hoping there's some better stabilization than what I'm seeing on the screen, but we'll find out. And again, these are settings right out of the box for the 7 Plus. I haven't tweaked it. I know that it is filming at 1080, but I don't know. I didn't tweak anything else. So there's the knot on the tree, and we're gonna go see our spider friend. Let's go see a spider friend. Let's see if the G9X sees him any differently. Oh, he's moved. Oh, he's eating. Oh, that's gross. Nom nom nom. Again, not touching the screens. Cameras are kind of doing their own thing right now. Focusing on their own will. Oh, G9X saw the spider. You can see the little target recto. It's targeting it. Lots of noise today, guys. The streets are kind of busy. So now, here we go. So now I'm just holding them up. You guys are talking to me. And we'll see how this looks. Really? Oh, yeah. Neighbors. What are you going to do? Anyway, so this is me walking G9X. iPhone 7 Plus. Let's change over to the 6 Plus. There's that dirty truck. and our tiki guy. Okay, let's take a look at how we do. Now we're walking. And again, the 6 Plus, boy, the screen is really much smoother than the 7 Plus. Again, I'm hoping that's not the case when I see the video. We're just walking. And again, these are just straight up, I didn't muck with the settings at all. So I'm hoping I don't have to turn on the stabilization. That would suck. Here we go. There's the knot on the tree of doom. And then let's go see Captain Spider. And again, both phones have the same holder that I'm holding in my left and right. So there's this. There it is. And I've got them turned so they get the same view. And we're just holding them, letting them do their own thing. Now, because I've got them turned, the 6 Plus has a little bit better audio because the mic's right towards me. But let me turn it back. There you go. So, now we're just walking. And I got lots of traffic today with their big trucks. Anyway, so we're just walking. Got the 6 Plus, 7 Plus. Don't know if it's any different yet. We'll find out when you guys see it. I'll see it. Tell you what, we'll run through the dirty garage. And so you can see where we're not outside with the G9X, because that's my normal camera right now for the last several months that we've been using for vlogging. And this isn't a phone comparison, it's a vlogging comparison. So let me grab the G9X and we'll run through the garage in the dark. Let's go. Alright. Alright. Well, here we are. There's where I'm hanging out in my game area. And again, I don't have the lights on. This room is really well lit. The other part of the garage is not really well lit. We're going to go a pass without any lights on, just the sunlight from the window. See how it goes. Alright. I'll come back in my side of the garage. Let's go. Alright. Well, here we are. Here's where I'm hanging out in my game area. And again, I don't have the lights on. This room is really well lit. The other part of the garage is not really well lit. We're going to go a pass without any lights on, just the sunlight from the window. See how it goes. Alright. I'll come back in my side of the garage. So I did some tests, checked that footage, and it wasn't quite what I expected. The iPhone, as you saw, the new iPhone 7 is kind of pulsy, and it was having problems with trying to keep the light, I'm assuming because it was cloudy, a little harder because it didn't really do that in the garage very much. So I did some research, a lot of research. Couldn't find a single site for probably 30 minutes that talked about it. But I found a setting in the phone that it says, I'll show you here in a minute, but I'm hoping it changes things. You go to photos and camera, then I go down to record video, and then I hit this little thing right there, and it says, again, G9X cannot focus, lock camera lens, so then make sure it's at 60 frames per second still, because when I did this before it switched back to 30 frames per second. Don't know why. So let me go back here. Let's double check our settings one more time. Looks good. And let's go try this out. Anyway, what I found that the feature does, according to Tom's, is it locks the second lens of telephoto, because as you're walking around, apparently it's trying to make sure that it's telephotoing correctly, and it causes pulsing. At least that's what I've found. I don't know if this is true, so we're going to walk around one more time to see if that's actually helpful or not. I don't know if it works. I don't know if this is the reason. I'm just trying to figure this out. So I'm sure over time people will comment on this video of what that really means, if I'm wrong, but we'll see if the video changes, so let's check it out. There's the truck, still needing a wash, and here we go. Now we're walking. did there was tap the screen where the spider was and then hit the 2x button. Nothing else. Now, where I touch the screen is still active. It's an interesting problem with the iPhone. So when you touch the screen, you go from that bush back to normal. It can't reset its contrast ratios. So it's back to normal now, because I restarted it. Restarted the video, now we're walking. Can't find its new center point or focus point. We'll reset it. Something to be said, the video on the screen for the iPhone looks gorgeous. I mean, it doesn't look like it's having any of the problems that we've seen in post. So, when you look at the footage, you can see all these weird contrast problems or whatever we want to call it. I'm not sure I'm going to call it contrast, but whatever the issue is. But now, when it's on the screen, it doesn't do that, pulsating or anything like that. Which is interesting. Wonder if this could be a software fix. Okay, so I don't know. So the phone's a lot better. The stabilization is really good. The quality is really good. It'll be neat to do some stuff in 4K. We'll see how that works. I did confirm, and you'll see here second, the sound coming in, the audio, like the iPhone 6 is still mono, even though it's got two mics apparently. They're still just doing it as two channel, not in stereo. As opposed to the two Canons, you can see here, are both in stereo, and the two iPhones are not in stereo, at least according to Premiere. Maybe there's some magic I'm missing there. So that kind of hurts me because I really have an issue with sound. And the iPhone is markedly not as loud, even though it is two channel, like the G9x and S120. It is still about 2/3 the volume, and I'm not sure why. It could be mic placement. But I really made an effort to try to get them in the same spot, so who knows. But it's not terrible. It's pretty cool. It looks great. It's just not exactly what I hoped. Will I use it for vlogging? Probably a little bit more than I had with the 6, especially because of the 4K. But the audio, I have great issues with audio, and so since it's coming in as mono and it's coming in as 2/3 the volume, that kind of drives me up the wall a little bit. So. But the G9X is driving me a little crazy too, because it's got little twitches and it has a heck of a terrible focusing problem. It just cannot focus on anything quickly. It's terrible. Anyway, there you go. That's the video of the new iPhone 7 compared to my other vlogging cameras. And would I use it for vlogging? Like I said, probably a little bit more, but not exclusively.